Hello, welcome. So I'm going to do a pick a card reading today, and it's going to actually be a pick a card reading today. So I have 3 different cards for you to choose from, and each card is the Strength card in the Major Arcana. So I have 3 different tarot decks that I own, and each of these cards is the Strength card from each tarot deck. The Strength card is, I thought it was the 8th, but in this Mother Piece deck that I have, it's actually the 11th card, so it's both, I guess. So this reading is going to be about strength and your strengths and your power, what makes you so powerful, etc. Just some positivity. Strength is a lot about confidence, and as in the actual card is a lot about confidence and creativity, and it's sort of similar to the energy of Leo in the astrology. So it's going to be those kinds of themes for this reading, and I'm sure the messages that need to find you will come through as they always do. So group number 1 is from this deck, and this is the card. Group number 1. Group number 2 is the Mother Piece deck. Oh yeah, so by the way, this deck I don't know the name of. This is the Mother Piece deck. Group number 2. Very cute. And then group number 3 is this Animals Divine, I think, tarot. Which is clearly beautiful. And yeah, so traditionally it was always depicted with a lion, and yeah, this is more of a traditional depiction. So we'll recap quickly. This is group 1, and again, I don't know the name of this deck because it was given to me many years ago before I really even knew what tarot really meant. This is group number 2, the Mother Piece deck. I would recommend, it's beautiful art on that deck. And group number 3. So take your time, I'll list the timestamps below, and then I'll see you for your reading. Bye. Group number 1, welcome to your reading. This is the Strength card you chose. Okay, so I'm going to use this tarot deck to pull some messages for you, and let's go. What does group 1 most need to know about their power, about their strength? 3 of Swords. Oh my god. Okay. The 5 of Wands. Okay, one more, Spirit. Clarify, please. And the Knight of Cups. I knew it. Okay, so when these 2 cards came out, I instantly felt like there is a relationship in your life that seems to be almost like usurping your power right now, or keeping you in a lot of cycles of like conflict or competition, or it's like really hurting your heart space though. And I feel like you have gotten really used to being like really strong, and you can handle a lot in a lot of different ways, especially in relationship. But there is this sadness in your heart space that is this 3 of Swords, and it's because of all of this conflict in your life with this 5 of Wands. And it's really time to realize that, you know, you're a peaceful person, and this person in your life that you're in relationship with, friend, family, lover, you know, long-term relationship, short-term relationship, doesn't really matter. They are very like fiery, which is fine. It's just that you're very watery and sensitive. So there's this oppositional energy, and I think that you don't like confrontation that much. Like, you do stand up for yourself, but you don't stand in your full power. You're like, this person is, oh my gosh, you guys, did not expect this message, but I feel like they are a little bit like manipulating you out of your power right now. And maybe you've been really confused about it because you haven't felt like there was any way of like sort of talking about this or externalizing what's been going on. But it's really important to acknowledge how you've been feeling in your heart, because the Three of Swords is like heartbreak, you know. It's like, and I can feel it in your energy, like it's all sitting here on your chest and it's overwhelming. And yet it's sort of just like there's more and more conflict, there's more and more fighting or competition or arguments, or it's like a struggle for dominance or like a struggle for power. And again, this card is about your strength and such, and like you are a really strong person, and you're used to, I think from your upbringing, you're used to this kind of environment that can be kind of hostile or competitive or like volatile. Goodness gracious me. Okay, so advice for this situation, Spirit. King of Cups. I knew it. Sorry, I've got to stop saying that I know it. I'm sorry about that. But what I feel like with this King of Cups is that when I saw this Knight of Cups, I was like, why are you handing this person your power? They're a knight, you're not. And I knew that you wouldn't come up as the knight. You're coming up as the king, and I knew you would. It doesn't matter what your gender is. This is just about the sort of mastery of your own energy, especially of your own emotional energy. And oh my gosh, hun, you need to acknowledge that you are a king and you're dealing with a knight, and you're allowing yourself to stoop down to this level of knight and allow yourself to be manipulated or taken advantage of or lied to or dominated, basically. And you know what, I feel like there's some inner conflict in yourself as well with this Five of Wands and this Three of Swords. Like, it's obviously, we can't ever point the finger out there and say it's all your fault, because it's not. We're allowing a situation to be in our life for a reason. So what I feel like is this is a huge opportunity for you to step up into your power, into your own mastery of your emotions and of yourself. And it's to recognize like the illusion of certain relationships, that this person doesn't have as much power as you seem to perceive that they do. Like, they're good at getting under your skin, but they are a knight and you are a king, and it's not about competition. Like, this person wants to make it about that, but it's about you honoring who you actually are and honoring your own power, and instead of handing it over to someone else to make use of it for you. And again, you are showing up as this King of Cups and this Magician. So even though you're in this power game thing right now, you still have a lot of power available to you, and you still are really powerful. And the Magician is, you have some ideas about what you want and how you want your life to be and what you want it to look like. And it's like sometimes you allow yourself to like dare to dream, and yet, you know, it's probably as well that you have a romantic feeling for this person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that like they're no good for you or anything like that, but it's about coming back into balance, because if it's a knight and a king, you know, that's an unequal energy. But it's almost like you are afraid of them, like you haven't gotten to the point of acknowledging how you really feel in this connection, I guess, or in this relation. Like, it could be a family relationship, it could be a lot of different things. Someone is, you feel like they have power over you. You don't feel like you can say no to them, or you don't feel like you can be honest with them about certain things. And it causes you a lot of stress. And the Magician is like, you're imagining things for your life. You know that you have the strength to achieve whatever you want. And yet sometimes you are like, it's almost like choosing this person to have the power is like you hiding from your own power. So this whole experience that you're in right now, you know, whether you like whatever happens between you and this person, have gratitude for them, because they're showing you your true power and they're showing you your truth. And I feel like this reading is really asking you, like your higher self is asking you to wake up to your own power and to your own freedom, and to recognize that you have free will and choice, and everything is a choice. And right now you're choosing to hand away your power to this person. It's causing you a lot of pain in your heart. It's causing a lot of conflict in your life and a lot of competition and things like that. very defensive about it, you can have what you want. So that's a message that's coming through. You can have what you want. It doesn't have to be that you, because it's the Magician. It's like you allow yourself to dream for the tiniest little second, and then you're like, oh, but that could never happen. Want what you want. The thing in life is like, oh man, okay, here we go. Power. I mean, yeah, dude. You are the king, my friend. Again, doesn't matter what your gender is. Don't get concerned about that. You have so much power in you. Some of your power is that you're really good at suppressing your emotions. Like, you feel so deeply that I think you sometimes just stop feeling anything. And in a way, that's like a skill of yours or a gift of yours. But this person you're dealing with is like always in their emotions and kind of volatile and provocative with that, I think. And you kind of like don't respond as much as you need to respond. It's like you've gotten beaten down so far. Okay, so we're going to start talking about this other person, because I feel like your life is already focused on this other person quite a lot. And it could be a mom or a dad. Like, don't, like, be open-minded about where this energy is actually coming from with you. But there's some kind of energy where you're feeling a bit stuck right now, or a little bit like you can't move forward or make a decision, and you don't quite know what the future's going to look like. Because the back of the deck energy is this Hanged Man energy, so it's sort of like you're in a bit of a limbo right now, a little bit of a pause before change happens. And you might be seeing a lot of things from different perspectives, seeing a lot of things really clearly. And then just below the Hanged One, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's like an energy that's bubbling up in your life, and it's about to kind of come in like a wave and take over. And it's very destined, and it's very aligned to your soul energy. And it's really going to make you feel like you're this powerful king of your own reality. And honestly, it's a lot, this like soul lesson is a lot about your power, you standing in your power, you recognizing you are your own authority, and also recognizing that boundaries are necessary. Oh my god, throat chakra is showing up for you so much. I'm like, my throat is very sore right now. So, so throat chakra, originality, freedom, expression, intuition, self-care, flexible mind and body, and channel for spirit. So I feel like you have a really strong throat chakra. I think it's where a lot of your power comes from. And yeah, it's like when I tuned into this Three of Swords energy and there was all this pain in the heart space, I didn't feel like there was a lot of sharing that with anybody. And I think, and my throat is getting all weird as I'm saying this, so I feel like you need to speak something to someone. You need to say something about what's been going on for you, how you're feeling. Anything, dude. As well as trusting your intuition. I think you've been having intuitive insights and then you've been doubting them. Flexible mind and body, exactly. Becoming a little bit more flexible in how you can see your life path evolving, instead of being like, well, it has to be like this or it can't be like that. It's like, allow it to unfold. Believe in magic. You are magical. So, as well, your channel for spirit is really strong. I feel like music is really helpful for you. Speaking music, like creating music or expression with the voice, really important. Singing, light language. But again, you are a soul that needs to talk things through. It's kind of how you're designed. You need to be able to talk things through. And I feel like that communication has kind of become a little bit cold or a little bit shut off, or you've retreated into yourself and retreated away from your emotions as well. And so you might not even be fully aware of what it is that you're feeling, but you're just a bit like, it's all in there, it's all in you. And again, you are showing up as the King of Cups, and that is someone, you are someone who's good at keeping your emotions down. Like, you're good at handling being a very deep feeler and feeling things very deeply. But the key for you to feel like life is moving along and, you know, that you have energy available is to keep on expressing as you go. Like, throat chakra is just, you need to be expressing all of the time, talking things through, always creating with your ideas and exploring worlds. So, I'm kind of just like, alright, what else is their strength, spirit? Nature, surrender and release, answered prayer, body care, and forgiveness is the back of the deck. Yeah, so I feel like part of your strength and your power is that you're really kind and loving, and you have a really beautiful nature. You're also probably very drawn to natural settings and also probably really drawn to natural kind of people. Authenticity is something that's really important to you and something that you are. You are someone who, yeah, like people have probably told you that, like, oh, you're a natural at that. Like, you know, you're a natural at public speaking, or you're a natural at writing or something like that. Probably to do with your throat chakra in some way. Surrender and release is really interesting. I feel like this is actually about you're really good at seeing things from different perspectives and coming up with different solutions to things. Like, you can understand things like energies of trauma and you can understand it from many different perspectives, or you can understand it from quite a unique perspective, and you can think of like ways through things from a really unique perspective. You're very innovative, and you're also kind of an expert at healing, whether you know that about yourself or not. You really are. And body care, I think health is really important to you, and the more that you look after your health, the more like lifeless energy you'll have. You're probably interested in health and things, and that again is really good. Like mental health, spiritual health, physical health, emotional health, all of those things need to be in balance, and I think you understand that. Answered prayer is telling me that part of your strength and your power is your faith, and to remember that your faith is a beautiful part of who you are, and it is very strong and there. Like sometimes, interesting, sometimes you fluctuate between like freedom and faith, and Spirit wants you to know that they're both the same thing. Like your faith is your freedom and your freedom is your faith. But sometimes I feel like when you get up to crown chakra energies, like, wow, I'm getting really metaphysical here. How can I explain this? I see that you are someone who cycles through each chakra and you kind of spend a little bit of time on each one and you work with it. And when you get up to the crown, there can be a block for you there, because you either go into, I'm free, I want to just like make choices that are my freedom and my free will and all of these things, which is true, and it's true of crown energy. We need to feel free and like we're making our own choices. And yet, when you do that, sometimes you feel like if you choose faith and you choose to open up to faith completely, that's choosing some kind of limitation. My throat's going again. Or that's choosing some kind of restriction or some kind of limitation or set of rules on who you are or who you can be. And Spirit wants you to know that the crown chakra is about ultimate freedom, and it's about ultimate freedom within the realm of faith and having connection to Spirit. It doesn't have to be an either or situation. You don't have to choose freedom over faith or faith over freedom. They're interconnected. So keep praying, you know. I feel like you've come from perhaps a lifetime where you were involved in some kind of cult, or you were involved in some kind of, as in this could be a past life, it could potentially be in your life from this life, but I'm feeling more like it's from a past lifetime or another lifetime, where you were involved in being heavily controlled at the level of mind and at the level of will and at the level of action. You were controlled, and this created this sense of needing freedom, but also attracting situations in which you are controlled to explore your freedom, but also questioning What is spirituality? What is belief? What is religion? What is faith, when your experience of that has also been incredibly traumatic, such as being involved in cults and being controlled and mind controlled, etc., and exploited. So, really interesting energy, you guys. I just split the deck and I got music. So again, your throat chakra. I feel like you are a natural channel for spirit and a light language channel, but you might not always express that. But it is who you are. And I also feel like if you're working on music right now, it's a really strong message to just like share it with the world. Please share your music with the world, share your voice with the world, share your light language with the world, share your channeling with the world, share your ideas with the world, share your writing with the world, share all of your expressions, please, because the world needs it. And it will also help to nourish your throat chakra, because my throat chakra is so dry right now, and I feel like that's kind of like, you can like ignore this part of yourself that's very abundant and vibrant, and it can lead to more depletion. Okay, so I feel like that's the end of your reading. I will pull one more card from this angel deck to see about just a nice little message to end on, Spirit. Okay, we got two. We got balance and friendship. So, balance always makes me think of the heart, because our heart chakra is like the balancing point in our system. And friendship, maybe you just need a good friend right now, you know? Sometimes things are simple like that. Alright, well, group one, I wish you all the best. I hope this reading was at least somewhat informative and that you received the messages that you needed to today. I send you so much love, and I'll see you really soon. Goodbye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. So I also pulled you a chakra card, and you got the sacral chakra for your strengths and challenges. But first I'm going to pull from this Mother Peace Tarot deck. It's a very little deck and it's really cute card imagery. Okay, so what can you tell me about group 2's strengths? Power, spirit, their inner power. Ooh, one more. Okay. So you have a lot of power in your generosity and in your ability to give to others. I feel like you are here on this earth to actually be in partnership with somebody. That's a very divine partnership, like however you want to conceptualize it, that your souls are kind of like meant to do work together on earth in a couple or a partnership of some kind. I guess it doesn't have to be love, but it feels to me like it's more than likely love, and it will more than likely lead to you having children together, or part of your power and strength in this lifetime is about you having a child, or about your child's soul or your children's souls and how you nurture and nourish and bring them up. But again, it's the Queen and it's the King of Pentacles, or in this deck it's the Priestess of Discs and the Shaman of Discs. And I feel like this is this divine counterpart that is part of your power. Like, I do see you as being two whole individuals that come together and create a lot of power together, and like I said, create like souls, create the space for children and families, and it's so much about your role in this life. However, I also see in your life that you've had a lot of pain and heartbreak, and you've probably had a lot of experiences of you being very, very generous and giving a lot to people, and being taken advantage of in that way. So it's like you let people into this sacred space of your heart, and you're, you know, everything's going well, and then all of a sudden, like, while they're in your heart space, they like betray you or they break your heart. And I feel like this is something that's happened several times over, and it's kind of made you lose faith in relationships or in love in general. A lot of tower moments for you. A lot of things churning around and needing to be changed and churned and like there's been a lot of chaos, and you've been learning through energies of chaos and upheaval and awakenings and surprises and betrayals and shocks, and it's been like lightning. You see the lightning in this card, like things have come to you in your life and it's been like lightning, and that has been like part of your strength has been your ability to deal with that, and your ability to process things that have happened to you, and your ability to integrate your life experiences, and your ability to work with change and to allow things to be uncertain and to change and to shift and to grow. And you are so powerful for that. And also your ability to love is so amazing. Like your ability to love is kind of like greater than others because of what you've been through, and because of how much because you understand that something is here and it might not be here forever, because you've had these experiences time and time again of loving someone or having a beautiful situation, and then it was taken away, or that ended, or it died, like someone died. Like it's been heavy, and it's cracked your heart open to being humongous. There's an energy of like your heart is like aching for relationships, and relationships, like you really need that at soul level, and yet you can feel really like unfulfilled in relationships really easily, or you've had a lot of experiences of relationships with this Four of Cups where they've been quite not very fulfilling, or you've kind of given and given and given and not received very much in return kind of thing. And again, I think you have this like energy of heartache with the Three of Swords around communities, or around family, or around relationships, because of your experiences of, you know, I see you as giving and giving and giving, and that not always being, well, that often being taken advantage of, and, you know, falling in love with a community and then having that taken from you, or being shocked out of that, or recognizing the truth of someone and feeling betrayed, and all of these things as well. There's a really strong message for you about you are someone who's so generous that for you to feel like for things to be equal in a relationship, it will likely feel, or at times to you, you'll feel like you're being selfish, because things have been so out of balance for so long in relationship wise, that it's actually important for you to feel that discomfort of things coming back into equality. And like I said, you might not even recognize what equal give and take feels like, or looks like, or sounds like, or whatever, because you've just gotten really used to being the giver and overextending yourself and compromising on your own needs. And again, this was part of your part of your soul's decision to go through these cycles of learning, and you are so strong for it. I'm going to pull one from this deck. Listening, meditation, new beginnings, divine guidance, and the back of the deck is forgiveness. Oh my god, I'm sorry. You might have a female in your life that is like always on your back about something, or doesn't listen to you very well, or disrupts your peace, or leaves you feeling really ungrounded, and they're just like a bit of a pain in the back. Or you feel like you take on all of your responsibility for them. And this is a message from me to you, honey. Don't hold on to what is not yours to carry. Do not hold on to what is not yours to carry. That's a really strong message I'm feeling, because I just got a really big pain on my back, and I just got it really clearly. So you got listening and meditation, and I feel like this is about you listening to your intuition and you grounding into your inner knowing, because you got this sacral chakra energy, and the sacral chakra is very emotionally intelligent. So you have a lot of emotional intelligence, but sometimes you don't listen to yourself about it. Sometimes you think, oh, well, it's better if I get divine guidance from someone else because I can't trust myself. And you can trust yourself. And this is kind of like, yeah, this new era opening up in your life where relationships are a lot kinder to you, and you choose people that give back to you as much as you give to them, and this is the new beginning, and it comes from you feeling guided from within yourself instead of kind of needing to like externalize guidance from elsewhere. And part of that is you finding enough peace in your own system that you can sit down and meditate, or you can just, it doesn't have to be meditation in the traditional way, but it's about you having enough peace in your own being that you can sit with yourself and you can know yourself and you can still love yourself. And a lot of your power is actually activated through movement with this sacral chakra, and through creativity and through sexual energy. So you might have been someone who's been shamed for your sexuality over your lifetime, or shamed for certain ways that you express it, but truly it's your power and it's part of your gift. You have this gift of experiencing pleasure in life and knowing how to make life more pleasurable than most people know how to do, and you value that side of things. Very creative, very joyful. You probably have a very childlike energy to you that is very fun. And you're probably really confident in a really childlike way. Like, you don't judge yourself in the way that other people do, and you certainly don't judge other people, and this is why people are so drawn to you, because you're very non-judgmental. But you're also very practical. You're very earthy and grounded, and you like to make use of things around you and be creative with what's around you, and very interested in sustainability and the environment and things like that. It's like you're all about the long-term results. Like, you plant a seed and you're there to nurture it until you get that fruit or that crop, and it's beautiful. Physical activity is really important for you because embodiment is what you need. You need to feel comfortable in your own body, and you need to feel like you move around the world confident in your body and confident in even your appearance and how you look and things like that, because it's just part of the way that your energy moves around your system. It needs to feel comfortable in every area of your body. And you are someone who's very flowy and dancey and creative with your physical body and with your physicality. And physical activity nurtures your soul as well. So if you're ever feeling really emotionally stagnant, physically moving your body will assist you greatly. Physically moving your body, dancing, shaking, running, crying, yoga, stretching, Pilates, anything that gets your core heat going and gets things alchemizing, because you have a very sensitive sacral chakra, which means that you can become emotionally overwhelmed quite quickly, and then you disassociate from your body. Then you get out of your body. You don't want to be in your body anymore. There's no freaking way you're meditating in those moments, which is when physical activity will serve you. Go for a run, go for a walk, do something to move the energy within yourself. And then you will find your outlet of creativity comes back, and you'll be able to paint or sing or do whatever art that you do, because you're an artist deep down. If you don't know that already, that's who you are. You're also, like, the way that you move your body is very beautiful and attractive, and you need to know that, like, there's something about the physicality of you is very beautiful. Like, okay, you're just really beautiful in yourself, yes, and in your physical looks, yes. However, it's like more than that. It's like the way that you're embodied and the way you move or express yourself with your hands, or the way that you dance on the dance floor. There's something that's so magnetizing about it, and it's so attractive, and it teaches people in the world, and it's part of your power and your strength and your gifts. Is like the way that you embody yourself is really, really, it's like a way shower energy. You show the way through how you choose to be embodied and how you choose to live aligned to your sexual energy and your kundalini. You are amazing at harnessing energy and knowing how to move energy within yourself and within other people. Like, you're probably a natural energy healer. Like, if someone has something going on in their back, like I just did then, you could probably just start working with them intuitively and clear it. Like, you have a gift of healing with energy. You understand energetic dynamics better than most. You have an intuitive understanding of it, and you are really good at moving energy around your own body. You have an emotional intelligence as well, which aligns to the physical embodiment. It's like, to be really physically embodied, I feel like we do have to be quite in touch with our emotions and quite okay with expression of emotions. And sure, things come in cycles, and like, just like for everyone, things cycle in and out, and sometimes that comes easier than other times. But you are not someone who stays stagnant for very long. So if something comes, like these tower moments in your life that have come, sure, you might get knocked down for a while, but you will get up again, and you always do. And it's something that there's great strength in you, that you still learn to love again. You still keep your heart open, even though you've been betrayed and hurt and all these things, you still choose to love, and it's incredibly beautiful. Yes, you are here to have fun and to be joyful and to enjoy your experience. Sometimes you try to make it more complicated than that, and maybe you think like you have to help everyone or save the whole world or, you know, reach every single human being. You don't need to do that. You just need to enjoy your life, and that is what helps everyone else, because there's this way that your energy works. I can see it in my third eye. It's like your aura goes out so far. Your aura like feeds into other people. Your aura gives. Your aura is generous. Like, I don't know how to explain this any more than that. It's like, a lot of people's auras are like insular, like they just for themselves. Your aura is like out there, like playing with everyone else's aura, and it's like, I know it sounds crazy, but that's how I see it. Your aura is there, playful and joyful and loving to everyone else's aura. It's like this energy that extends out of you, and like you walk into a space and you're embodied and you move, and the way you express yourself with your hands, and people take notice and people are inspired by you. You show the way. You are a way shower. And you have a lot of light in you that's very beautiful to behold. Okay. Messages, Spirit, about their power and strength. Oh my god, I love you guys. Okay, so the first card that came out is actually Bridget. So, that's my name if you didn't know that. It says, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Yeah, see, I feel like you have a lot of conviction, and you have a lot of this like, well, fuck that energy. Like, you're really sassy but on point with your sassiness. So you have bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. Yeah, see, I think you're really confident, and therefore you're more bold. Like, you know, like I said, you walk into a room and you're embodied. Like, you'll start to move your body. You'll start to dance if there's music playing. You'll start to stretch if you've got a tight hamstring. Like, you just do it, and people are captivated by the confidence that it takes to be so embodied. Now, undying love, the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation, and this is about the heart space that I was picking up. A lot of your lessons are around relationships and loss, like love and loss. Whew. Your abundance is unlocked, because we got abundance. It says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. And this is a huge thing I feel for you, is your abundance will unlock when you feel comfortable to be in balanced relationships, when you feel comfortable to receive as much as you feel comfortable to give. That is really like the only thing that I really see is holding you back right now, is that you don't always feel comfortable to receive, but you do feel comfortable to give. And abundance is a two-way street. Yes, all that you give out, you get back, but you have to have a channel to receive it back. If you're out there rejecting everything, then you're not going to feel very abundant. So for you, a lot of your lessons, like for this time right now that I'm talking about, is about getting comfortable to receive, which is kind of a good lesson in a way, because you get to receive things that are good. Like, it's pretty fun. All right, so I'm just going to pull one more card as a final message, and then we'll finish up. Past life. This situation involves your past life memories. So yeah, this is coming through really clearly. You need to know that you came into this lifetime with quite a lot of past life energies present in your vessel, and for this reason you may have had like a lot of anxiety as a kid, or a lot of grief as a kid, or not really understood why you were so different to other people, and it's because of your other lifetime. Like, you really pulled in energy from that lifetime, and you working with it more than just what has occurred in this life. And there's something about you really needing to acknowledge that your intuition is correct, and what you feel is real, and to feel through it, even if you're like, you've been told that you're too sensitive, or that you're too dramatic, or that you feel too much. It's like you're just feeling what's there, and what's there is real. Now, Isis as well is telling me that you have come into this lifetime not only with a heavier sort of emotional load, but you've also come in with heightened gifts, to do with the feminine energy of like the high priestess. So you're definitely some kind of a high priestess in another lifetime, and you come in with that wisdom and with that goddess energy, that feminine, divine feminine energy. And you need to know that that's part of your power, okay? Your feminine energy is incredibly powerful. And again, I'm seeing that it will also help you with your abundance. Honoring the receptivity, which is, guess what? Feminine. Feminine is receptivity. Divine feminine is super important for you this life, okay? Oh my goodness. Okay, group 2, I really hope that helped you in some way. I send you so much love on your path, on your journey, and I'll talk to you real soon. Goodbye. Hey, group 3. This is your reading. So I also pulled a chakra card for you, and I got the third eye chakra. And this is just a little card that I made for each chakra, like deck that I made for each chakra, and it says perception, discernment, shifting beliefs, inner truth and knowing, trust / doubt, forgiveness, rebellion. So you're incredibly powerful in your third eye. You're a truth teller, you're a truth speaker, you're a truth seer. And I think that can be a challenge for you, but it's also where your power is, you know. I think the biggest thing for you is to accept the accuracy of your third eye instead of doubting it so much, and to allow life to be magical in that way. Third eye is very divine feminine, I guess, energies in terms of the being able to see what is unseen. And it will relate, like I just felt in my solar plexus chakra, so I'm shuffling. I just felt that in my solar plexus chakra as I was saying third eye, and it's this combination for you where you'll feel things in your gut, like in your belly as well. You'll be like yes to this person or no to this person, or you just know things, or you just, sometimes you might just get overwhelmed with feeling. Some things get activated in you when you meet someone, or you know, you just have this incredible ability to feel energy, and you feel a lot, like through your sort of lower chakras, you have this deep ability to feel and to process energy, especially through your solar plexus, which is a lot about our will, and we can alchemize energy here. But the thing with your third eye is that it's so accurate that it can lead you to isolation, because you feel like no one else can see the world the way you see it. No one else understands like what I see, or no one else gets it. And that can feel really isolating, and it can put a huge strain on relationships when you have such a powerful third eye, because you might want to just say things how you see it. And a lot of the time people don't like the truth, you know, they find the truth hard to digest, or they find it hard to take, or they find it hard to agree with, or, you know, people want to defend illusions. A lot of the time illusions are a lot more comfortable than what the truth really is, and I think you've come up against that a lot in your life. You're like, well, why wouldn't everyone just want the truth? And I guess there are reasons why people don't want the truth, unfortunately, you know. But I think the other thing for you is to allow your beliefs and your perception of things to shift a lot, and that can be confusing at the start, because we think if we have this strong third eye, then, you know, I'll just see things how it is and it'll stay like that. But actually it's your ability to perceive subtle energy which will change a lot, you know, and that's part of us seeing through illusion, is being able to see really a very wide picture, a very thorough and deep picture of things. And so we'll often be shown many different aspects of one situation or of one person, and then it's our initiative to piece it together and to check in with our heart space always about what is true and what is right, you know, because having a strong third eye can also be a lot of responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. I gotta say, you guys, you're incredibly powerful. It's giving me shivers. You are really powerful. I don't want to do comparisons about the other groups, but like, your energy is blowing me away, okay? So you're very, very, very powerful. Accepting your power is a big one for you, because like I said, it comes with a lot of responsibility. What if you see the truth in someone? What do? Do you tell someone else? Do you accept that? Do you go back into the illusion of, you know, what was easier to see them as, or what was easier to believe. There's a lot to do with our choices with the third eye, and it's a lot to do with like, what do we do with the information that we're given? How do I share this, or how do I not share this? What do I do with this? And it's a discernment thing. Part of the discernment is about receiving the energy that's beyond the veil. How do I discern between this spirit and this spirit, or this energy and that energy, or my higher self and a deceptive spirit? How do I discern that? Very important. And so is, how do I discern how to take action on this side of the veil with that information? Do I tell this person? Do I not? do I tell this person that I've seen that their boyfriend is like this or not? What's right? What's integral? Like what is in alignment with your integrity? And that will be different for each person. And that's kind of where your solar plexus chakra comes in, like where you have such a powerful third eye, and the best way for you to ground that into action is to filter it through all of your chakras, to check it out. Like, sometimes third eye is actually the place in our system which is like the easiest place to feel the illusions with. So what I mean by that is, because it's like mental imagery, it can be really easy to receive like mental images that are deceptive or untrue. And I think sometimes your energy can get a little bit tricked in the realm of relationships and love. Not always, but I think sometimes you can. And so it's really important to check in with your other chakras, like with your solar plexus. Does this person feel right at my gut level or not? And knowing that you can trust your own perception. I think that's a big thing. You've been very accurate in your perceptions for your lifetime, but I think because of that accuracy, people felt intimidated and threatened by you, so they tried to shut you down in some ways by making you doubt yourself and doubt your own intuition and your own perception of things. Part of you coming into your full power is you accepting your full power, accepting that your energy and your ability to discern subtle energies is incredibly powerful. You are incredibly gifted. There is no need to doubt yourself. It's about fine-tuning the instrument of your vessel so that you feel very safe and trusting of yourself. It's not about trusting every single person in the world that you meet, but it's trusting in your own abilities to discern other people's energies and discern what is true for you. What is true for you. I think sometimes, I've not even pulled any cards yet, I don't need to. Just this one. I think that sometimes you I was about to say something about perception, wasn't I? Fine-tuning, trust, discernment, shifting beliefs, inner truth and knowing, doubt, trust, forgiveness. Oh, I lost it. Alright, let's channel with some tarot. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Star, the Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Yo, what are you doing? I'm kidding, but like, okay, you're a star, you're here to shine. Like, yes, you have these two different sides of your nature that come together. They're like oppositional, but they come together to create this powerhouse that is you. Okay, now I think you've experienced a lot of pain in your lifetime. I guess I say that lightly because like a lot of it, I feel like the human experience is quite painful. But I feel like for you it's been in the arena of love relationships, okay? So whether that's been, you've been in a lot of like third party situations, or there's been a lot of friendship breakdowns, but we've got the Ten of Swords, and then we've got a whole bunch of love messages. Okay. This is a room where I do my yoga, so I don't know if you could see any stuff in here, but anyway. Ten of Swords is a lot about pain and things, and then we also have the Four of Swords. which is kind of about needing to take rest and space from situations and move kind of forward somehow. Maybe you have struggled with your sexuality a little bit in your lifetime, or in like knowing how to express love for people, or you've just attracted people, so many people that are interested in you, and maybe you've been a bit of a heartbreaker, or been known for that even though it's not your intention, or you're just like someone who's very open with love, like you love, like you don't care what the gender is, or you know, the gender expression of someone, you just love their soul, so you're attracted to everyone, or you know, you don't have limitations on who you're attracted to, kind of thing. And it's a very beautiful quality, and it's part of your spiritual gift. I think a lot of the lessons for you is about like learning what's actually compatible, because I think you're really good at compromising and knowing what other people need and forgetting about like, what do you need though? So I think there is like, you might be polyamorous, you might be, because I'm seeing that you're very like open about love and sex and relationships, like you're interested in anything, or you're interested in diversity or exploring different things and maybe more than one person at once, or you know, yeah, like you're into the same sex or whatever, or not into any gender, just open to whatever. There is one person though that I feel like will be like a really important person for you in your life, a really, really significant connection that is like you're here to learn through like real compatibility. And a lot of your other relationships, you've been exploring clashes of compatibility, or yeah, things kind of breaking down and not working that well, but that's all been part of it, I guess. I feel I feel like the relationship stuff is coming through so strongly, and yet it's really confusing me. So I feel like that's probably how you've experienced it as well, is like I see you as being like a heartbreaker, and I don't think you like that way of being, or you don't like being called that, but I really see that for you. I feel like you've broken a lot of hearts and you didn't mean to, and you might feel like bad or like ashamed of like your attractiveness. I think people are really drawn to you, and then you know, you can't be that person for everyone, you can't date everybody. And sometimes I think you've given people chances in relationships and it hasn't worked out, and you've kind of recognized that actually deep down you didn't really think that it would work out, or you didn't like them that much, but you just wanted to keep an open mind and see what could happen, kind of thing. Sorry, I'm just like fixing my hair all the time, aren't I? I'm sorry. So this thing around you trusting your own knowing, and trusting like if you don't feel like attracted to someone, then that's how you feel. Like it's probably not going to change that much, and that's okay. I think you kind of try to override your intuitive feeling or perception of things, because you're like, well, I just should feel it differently, or I just should be okay with this person. And it's like, well, that's not how things work. So yeah, a real message for you around compatibility, and recognizing that compatibility is everything. I think, you know what, I think you grew up in a home where you were like this star energy, like you were this light, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, you are so connected to God energy, and everyone could feel it. You might have been like oppressed or suppressed in that as well a bit, but at the same time you have this light energy, and you kind of you learned to love without conditions. You learned to love people at a deeper part of themselves rather than how they showed up, and therefore you've carried that on into your adult relationships, because you're just like, well, you know, I can love you, so I will, instead of like, but is this really what I want? Like, I even feel like you have this energy of like, you can be really emotionally unavailable sometimes. Sorry, I'm laughing because I resonate with it. You can be really emotionally unavailable sometimes, and it's almost like people become attracted to you and they're like, oh, I like you. And then you might be like, oh, well, I can feel how much you like me. And because you're so energetically sensitive, you feel that emotion as if it's your own. And then you're like, oh, well, I must like you too, because I can feel that. But actually, I think it's really important to become more discerning about, is this mine or not, because you're so strong. Like I said, you are really powerful and strong. Like, I don't even need to tell you that, because it's just who you flipping are. You're so powerful and strong. It's crazy. Like, it's not crazy, it's just profound. So you're really good at holding a lot for people. You're very strong, so you can carry other people's emotions. You can feel other people's emotions. You can carry other people's burdens for them. You can work out other people's karma for them. And it's just like, oh my God, where will this end? You know, like, you need to prioritize yourself and really learn discernment between what is mine and what is yours. Do I like you, or is it that I'm just feeling that you like me? For an example, and, you know, am I actually feeling this tired, or is it that, you know, I've been holding all of this emotion for this person? A lot about really getting familiar with your own energy system, so that when it deviates from its norm, you recognize that it's an external influence on you, instead of like I'm saying, you have done this your whole life because you're this star, you're this starseed, you're this shining bright. You were definitely a starseed, by the way, if you didn't already know that. Oh, I just felt that in my tummy. For those of you who don't know that, oh my gosh, honey, yes, you're a starseed. Please accept this. It's who you are, and it's a beautiful thing. It simply means that you have this life experience that is beyond this planet, and you may find it challenging sometimes to understand the full, like, mechanisms of Earth. But again, you have this gift of being able to see into other worlds. It is a gift. And you have gotten really used to feeling people's feelings for them and holding their shit for them, and you don't need to do that. It's about acknowledging other people's power. I think you recognize your own, like, you recognize energetics of power. Like, what am I trying to say? You understand that, like, you are the powerful creator of your reality. But sometimes you don't treat other people that way, and you try to rescue them or fix them or help them or feel for them or solve their stuff for them. And it's like, they are powerful in and of themselves. They can do it for themselves, you know? You don't have to go and rescue them. They can do it for themselves. And it's about treating other people as powerful as they are. Treating other people as they are, as powerful as they are. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What the heck? Why can't I speak? Okay, I'm going to pull some messages from this little deck. Retreat, freedom, healing, balance, nature, meditation, powers back of the deck. Okay, so a lot of messages around balance, balancing your nature. So what I mean by that, healing the split in you between freedom and connection. Sometimes you are really, really, really connected to people, and then I think you get overwhelmed because you feel things for them and you try to heal them. Even if you're doing it subconsciously, you're doing it. And I think that there's this split in your character where you're really, actually really freedom-based, and you're really into being free, and you want to be free, and you are free, and you're all about freedom. And yet when you are in relationship, you can do it in a way, or you can feel it as though you don't have any freedom anymore. And so you want to retreat and isolate and be alone and then heal, and then you go back into this cycle, and it's sort of this balance where it's like this or it's that. It's either freedom or it's connection, or it's you trying to find that balance within a connection, etc. So I feel like there's this real message around knowing that it's both. You need freedom and you need connection. You need both, and it's not an either or, and you don't need to compromise one for the other. And true connections will allow a lot of freedom within it. I think people see your value, they see your power, and they want to like possess it. They want to possess you. They want to own you. And so maybe your relationships haven't felt very free, but that's still not really ultimate relationships. And you have an ultimate relationship coming in for you this life if you haven't already met them. And you also might be drawn to, I think it was group one. This message as well came through. It's the King and Queen of Pentacles, and it's like boom, 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 boom. It's a very divine experience of a lot of compatibility, and I love it for you. So, freedom and connection. It's not one or the other, it's both. healing is through balancing those two sides of your nature. I think you're a bit of a paradox, like, you know, you're like, oh, I love being alone, but I need to be with people. Or I love being with people, but I need to be alone. Like, you're both at once. Meditation, this is about, like, okay, the natural world is really important to you, like fruit and vegetables, as well as things like trees and forests and oceans and rivers and lakes and the grass and the earth and your bare feet on the earth. All of these things really nourish your soul, and that can be your meditation. Like, you might be someone who can sit down and meditate, because I do see that is very, like, yeah, I think it's quite accessible to you. Like, you could probably just close your eyes and go into a center of peace within yourself. So that's really like a powerful thing for you. But there's something about nature and the natural world where if you're split off from that or cut off from that, it's almost like you cut yourself off from your power. So yeah, that's a really strong message for you, is to be aware that nature nourishes you. The natural world also revitalizes and rejuvenates your energy levels and your power. And I feel like it will also really assist you in clearing your third eye energies so that you can see clearly, you can see with clarity. Okay, group 3, that is all that I am going to do for you today, but I wish you all the best and I send you so much love.